So I'm actually in my city walking around Sunday afternoon. It's always been a bit of a sleepy town, but ever since leaving 10, almost 11 years ago, it's the first time I feel sort of burning sensation I have to come back. And I don't really know how to address this at all. The strong sense of belonging that's actually here, and a bit of a newfound appreciation for my actual city, even my previous life. And I don't know what to think, honestly, because if you'd walk around here, it's not, super vibrant or anything. It's my small town, but it's mine, and I don't know how to. I have very conflicting feelings about coming back living here, and even in this town. I don't know why that is. Perhaps it's a bit of a sense of rootlessness that I am new in Warsaw, but I haven't yet fully absorbed and realized that I actually live there now after 10 years of Bulgaria. And maybe the sense that I don't yet belong anywhere, like I don't have Polish friends still after nearly half a year. Perhaps that makes me, and I do have very strong roots here with my parents. My brother is here right now. With my actual family, and maybe that gives a bit of a call for security and homeliness that I don't have anywhere else right now. Even though it is in development, I know it's so strange. The other thing is that a long time ago this was a place you wouldn't want to walk around because it was kind of dangerous. You could be beaten up for no reason. You still can. It's a bit of a rough city, one of the most criminal in the country even. But it's changing the whole vibe. It's now terraces and it's coming out of a slug, let's say. Out of a very it had a very long way to come. It's a bit of a poor city for Dutch standards, but it's on the way up, and suddenly I feel like, it's actually kind of nice. And it's mine, perhaps that's just why. I have no idea what to think anymore. Trying to just enjoy the time and then not to think too much. That's the thing, that you can move abroad many times, live in many countries, but is it ever truly home? It's a bit of a strange thing. Perhaps I'm just super nostalgic for the place I grew up. Here behind me is what's called the Watergate. So it obviously had floods because it's the Netherlands and we're on the rivers. Every town has water and rivers, and here water used to rise to a certain height all over history. We've had many floods and stuff. They would close the water gate with putting things in there, right? And let's say wooden parts or whatever, and the whole city would be protected by these flood gates. And this is all like hundreds of years old. Like most of the center was bombed, but this survived, I believe. Bit of an old part of my city, and it's just actually nice. I never appreciated it until I left for a good 10 years, and then I came back, and now when I'm here I'm like, it's nice. And it's mine. Like that's the thing. If I've lived in Bulgaria for 10 years, people appreciated me in a sense until I started being critical about some stuff, and I say, hey, I don't like this, I don't like that. Just even little things about the food, and then suddenly it becomes very, very defensive, where people say, yeah, go back, go away. And it's only your home if you actually talk a certain way and follow a certain narrative. Whereas I think my own country, Netherlands, is actually pretty strong in many regards. And I've only started to acknowledge that when I left, when I get a true clear picture. And then when I came back to visit many times and I see, okay, it's a super solid country in many regards. Perhaps a bit sleepy, but no matter what it is, it's always mine. This will always be my town no matter how boring it is, no matter how, no matter even if I didn't really have many friends here either. It was still mine, and it always was. And I never realized that when something's yours, that makes it still better than anything else, because it's your roots, and then it doesn't really need to live up to any standard, because you can still walk around and feel the memories of when you walked around here as a 5-year-old, let's say, and you have all of these pictures in your head. And then even if you leave for a good 10 years, you live abroad, you come back, you still gravitate towards what was. So I have a deep sense of nostalgia. I don't know why, perhaps it's just my age. I'm in my 30s, and your brain's fully matured by a long stretch, and you suddenly start to think a different way about stuff. And I think actually if I were to live here, I would start complaining quite soon, because it's like a little bit far from the airport. I don't have a car. It's super expensive to live. I would lose a decent chunk of my income and standard. I wouldn't live in Warsaw, obviously. And I think after a month or two, I would realize, okay, why did I come back? What did I do? Because I don't live that far either. I think it's really a bit of the ruthlessness, the feeling of not truly having a home, that makes me pull back to my safe base, which is here. And it doesn't really pull me back to Bulgaria, which is strange as well. It's really just here. Just how old it all is, I've never actually looked at it closely, and I only see it now. It's like they say, youth is wasted on the young, and it's a bit true, because you make some bold life choices, and in a way that's good. But if I never left my country, like, I would have missed out on a lot of experiences. It really made me a different person. But I would have probably still been fine, and after 25 realized that, hey, it's actually a super solid place. But then again, I wouldn't have the perspectives I have now. But I remember riding my bike with my parents across the river, let's say, and I would say it's so boring, there's no mountains, it's so bland, it's cold, it's ugly, it's like dead, you know. And my dad said, one day you'll realize, one day you'll see the beauty. Not now, but it will come. And it's actually come around age 30, where I thought, yeah, okay, yeah, I see it now. Because your whole perspective changes so much. It is just absolutely unbelievable. And it's so weird. I don't even know how to describe it. On the other hand, what's cool that in the thing that I've actually done is I've had so many years abroad and traveled around so much. We just had a Turkish lunch with my parents. We go to the Çiğköften place, which they never had before, and I said, oh, this is what you order, you eat it this and this way. And I can order in Turkish, I can say hey, bye, or I can say hello, bye, I can order stuff or a few more cups of tea. I can literally speak it on a decent level. Then we suddenly stumble upon a Polish supermarket in the same street, and we just walk into the store, walk around. I show my dad, hey, there's pretty nice syrup to make lemonade and stuff. This is some nice Polish cosmetics. I bump into some woman accidentally, and I say, oh, przepraszam, without thinking, you know. And then I could go to a Bulgarian store, or I could go to a Russian store, which I don't really have, but I could hear someone speak Romanian, Italian, French. I was just in Brussels, I'm speaking French all over the place. And that's the thing I wouldn't have had if I'd stayed here for my whole life. I would have been a bit of a secluded. Not entirely, but the average Dutch person doesn't know more than English, German, French, Spanish, likely as well. But we're good with languages, but I've been exposed to such a deep level that it will never leave me. I feel like a bit of a citizen of the world. Do you want to be that? Maybe not. Because what's truly the benefit if you don't capitalize on it? But I do feel that's made me a pretty rich, developed, well-rounded person. That I can just walk up to anything, recognize their language, say, hey, what's up? And I can do that all over Europe, which is fun. So here I am with my refreshed sense of patriotism, I suppose. Just exploring my city once again. This is the St. Maartenskerk, which is a bit of a leaning tower we have. It's like, I don't know, solid 500, 600, 700 years old. Never realized its beauty until I left. It's awesome, isn't it? Look at this. It's my city.